Hello everyone, and you're watching Bitcoin Bubble news channel. Okay, today we'll look at the Bitcoin price action again along with some other charts since Bitcoin is still moving in a straight line continually, but it's starting to look a lot stronger, and I think Bitcoin will just keep going up from here. That drop and recovery might not happen. But as always, don't be fooled, a pullback is possible and there are other more bearish scenarios. But as I've said before, my base case is that there will be a lot of happiness leading up to the election and there will be a huge rise very soon. First, let's talk about this. You may notice that this map is a little different. I fixed it at my VIP group's weekly meeting this morning. The group isn't getting as many members as it used to, so I think I need to talk about it more in these videos if I want more people to join. There you have it. If you want to learn more about leverage trading and get some good value, click here. As well as training guides and Confluence tracks, I also have other things. The community asked for some kind of VIP up group, and I did put in more work for you guys. If you want one-on-one time or just a bunch of other value outside of a signals group, that's not what it is. Check out that link, which is the second one in the text below. But yeah, we pretty much marked out all of these steps. The volume profile used here is a set range profile from around February. Go ahead and get all of these volume nodes and low volume gaps. We don't have that many though. It's mostly volume nodes and volume groups though, not volume gaps. These boxes are marking out these entire nodes, whereas these dashed lines are the big points of control within the range, and then these little dotted lines are the sweep levels, the liquidity levels on the chart. When we zoom in here to the hourly time frame, you can see we have been chopping sideways. Very tight price action within here because we are in this high volume node, right? This box right here is a weekly, daily, higher time frame, high volume node, so Bitcoin struggling to get through this, but we are showing a lot of strength right now, and we have flipped the lower power portion of that value into support, the macro point of control into support, and we are now testing the value area high. And I think assuming we can see the SP have a clear breakout here, we can see the dollar potentially break down, which we get into in a second. That we could see Bitcoin have a pretty violent breakout without a retracement, and we could go ahead and shoot up to our next level of volume, 66,800, potentially a little bit higher into this big box of imbalance from within the chart, this big inefficiency that we have. It would not surprise me if Bitcoin launched right now. That would be the big moment of choice. Will this swing fail, right? If not, can we turn that into support, go up and squeeze for all-time highs? This is the amount of cash I have on hand. It's possible to get that liquidity from a lot of different points up here, but this whole box could be a big point of pushback. That being said, I do think we'll get there because our zone is so strong right now. Let's check to see if it's a swing failure, maybe below this high or some of these highs. No matter how you say it, that will change the structure of the picture, even if the structure ends up being bearish. It looks like we'll go ahead and do a pullback before blazing up to all-time highs. There is a very good chance that we will just start pushing. Squeezed all the way up to all-time highs right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again soon. I believe that this chop to the side is building up a lot of power to push us out of this range, but it will depend on what other charts show. And let's say the SP goes down. What if that move fails to reach a high point as the dollar goes back up? We are going to play the devil's advocate here so that we can talk about these stages in a bad light. $61,000 or 59.5 is a lot of volume. 59.5 is a big number when you look at the weekly time frame, and let's look at the visible range volume profile. It should be up already, so there you go. Here we zoom all the way out to cover 2020, and we see all the Bitcoin price changes that have ever happened in this area. You can see this quite large node sticking out there. There is a large high volume node on the macro time frame that lands right at that golden pocket if we pull swing low and swing high from where we are now. There is also a sweep level that we can look at on the shorter term time frames, but yes, this 57.5% level is the big one I'd be watching for if we do get a retracement. That's where I might look for long positions, even though I'm still bullish on price. I won't stay in the top for long, I'll wait for a slowdown. I might not get one, but we'll see. We also had this liquidity level in which you can see that there are a lot of lows that could get moved. You can also look at this on a liquidity map, which shows that these lows make a very high liquidity node. Those are the levels for the ups and downs of Bitcoin. Now let's talk about what will determine which way we go, which is just the SP 500. It seems like almost everything is linked to this picture, and it also looks very bullish. Getting close to all-time highs on this chart right now, it looks like it wants to keep these prices, which shows that the market is very strong right now. It looks like it has already tested the all-time highs, and this is not going to be a swing failure. Instead, it looks like the SP 500 is going to make a proper breakout, and this could be the last angle of attack that sends us into the final stages of the parabola. There have been times when there was a Great Depression or a Great Recession. As I've said in some of my videos, the Fed cutting rates isn't actually good for the market, but it can be right away. After this short period of consolidation, we can see this thing shoot out to do an angle of attack of 70 degrees or more. I guess it's been more of a longer period of consolidation, but we're still on track to hit higher lows on a macro level. And I do think that what we're seeing now could be the last push up before things go parabolic in all markets. That's something that we're not seeing in the charts right now. Not only is the SP breaking out to new all-time highs, but gold is also going through the roof. People are putting their money into rare metals instead of just the SP 500, which could be another sign that a recession is on the way. There is a lot of doubt about the dollar right now, which we will talk about. There is less value in the dollar compared to other currencies, but a lot of money is moving into gold right now. So every market is going up. The price broke out from the highs in 2023 on a weekly schedule. This thing has just gone crazy. Gold is at $2,650, and based on how things are going, it could even reach $3,000. Price discovery is going on right now, and we have no idea what it should really be worth. Since Bitcoin has some of the same elements as gold, I think this is great news for Bitcoin too. However, the fact that people are putting their money into hard assets is a bit of a danger sign. We aren't just putting our money on low cap stocks, but some of them are looking really good. The Russell 2000 found support on this point of control, which is what we wanted to see. That's the point of control from the previous bull market range in 2020. Now that we've tested that as support and hit the value high 3 times, I think this last step, if we come up here, will break and turn into support. We will see price discovery on the Russell, which will mark the start of an altcoin season. This is already happening. You look at things like Talbot Tensor, it's my favorite level up AI game. Of course, it's gone up 200% in the past 2 weeks. Some of these alternative coins are beginning to go through the roof. And if the Russell can get out of here, I think that will only get worse. Now that we have the backtest, it should only go up from here on out. This is especially true since both the Russell and the altcoin markets have been backtested on total 3. Now, testing this channel again should show that we can break through the $620 billion market cap. If we can do that and test it again, it will show that we can turn all the way to the area high at $1 trillion in market cap, and we might even turn that into support and go on for a huge rally. We might be just at the start of an altcoin season that will last for 2 to 3 to 4 months and be a lot like what we had in 2020, though you shouldn't expect something this crazy. I think the law of diminishing returns will apply here, especially given how much